They had a Verizon thing where you can get one for free. Just like upgrade for free, and I was like, well, sure, you know.
Hello and welcome to the last episode of 2025 of Chasing the Whimsy. I'm Ben.
And Megan.
How you doing, Megan?
Very tired. We're getting a later start than I thought we were gonna.
It's kind of it's a different day. Like all the components are there, but everything's slightly off just a little bit.
It's the Christmas break thing from
Yeah.
school.
hmm
Sophie being on break has like made everybody's schedule super weird.
I mentioned it yesterday on Mind Pockets, where I was like, Sophie threw off my entire week, sleep schedule, work schedule, like and everything else. Not that was anything in a bad way. Like I enjoyed everything that we did together. And I'm like, it was like this realization of like, oh, this is what like normal life should be.
Yeah, this is what having one job would be like, like just one job.
uh, but like I like it. So like I'm looking forward to it again next year. I'm still on my 3-year plan to eventually get rid of one of them, but
BT Dubs, this 3-year plan restarts every single year to another three
no,
years.
it's
Because I've been hearing this since Sophie was basically born.
right now it looks like when Liam turns 18. The idea is he turns 18, and then I make all the appropriate moves to make it happen. Which then means I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta get everything checked up before I lose all my insurance.
Have you
Uh,
considered that your other job could just have insurance?
ooh, yeah, but it's a lot. So I should try to get the discount insurance first.
Oh my God.
Um, but we're wrapping up 2025. Um, here's a fun fact. Uh, New Year's is almost halfway through um, the Whimsy anniversary. So Whimsy started anniversary is mid-July. So mid-July to now is 170 days. It's like 46% of the year. So we're like this. Like what's fun is the idea that we do the wrap up is like our halfway mark for
Right.
where we're heading to for the which it works out really well to kind of get a nice checkpoint of where we're at and then where we're going.
Yeah, so we're like halfway through the Whimsy year.
Yeah. Uh I did the math on it. Well, I didn't do the math. I found the online, but um, the anniversary to when this goes out the 31st, 46.58%. It's 170 days, 42 weeks and 2 days. So we're just shy of almost middle, like direct middle, which is totally fun for me.
Not by design, just happy
Yeah,
accident.
definitely happy accident. Um, 2025. So we started the first episode of 25 with episode 94, which would have been what one of the first
W's
the
of
W's. Yeah.
Whimsy, yeah.
Um, so I just have a couple of notes. Jump in wherever you like. But some milestones were obviously episode 100 and 100.2, uh, which is fantastic. That came up in February.
That long ago, it feels like we just did episode 100.
No, and then there was an award show in July.
Yes, I remember that. Because we were in Florida at the
Mhm.
time.
Uh, but yeah, so 94 to 154. We're averaging like 60 episodes a year, which is awesome.
More episodes in weeks and a year is crazy.
Because I pointed it out last year a little bit because we have all of the TuesCon episodes where we go back to backs, or we
And
release.
that's just for Whimsy, not for Whimsy
Yeah.
and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many like um I at one point, year one, I was keeping track of episode numbers in the length of time by minutes, so I can track how many minutes I've recorded, and I lost track of that. So now the idea to go back and trying to, it's not real hard. It's just a lot of just like back and I need two monitors basically.
Yeah.
So um but yeah. So we did a total of 60 episodes. We did 3 cons this year. I did 3 cons, you did 2.
I was gonna say, yeah, 3 cons.
Um, I absolutely enjoyed the the cons this year. Fan Fusion was, I think,
A really great time. And a great kickoff to us doing panels. There were way more people there than we anticipated, and
um,
it went really well.
like it almost felt like it added like a legitimacy to the vision that Whimsy has.
It definitely felt like a different step, actually being in a room with people
Yeah,
and talking about podcasting and reaching out to other people who are interested in podcasting and then obviously making some connections with
right.
them.
Um, and it seems like, and I like that we did it like 2 years in.
Yeah.
Because like I think a lot of people would be like, "Oh, we've been podcasting for a couple of years," and then I'm curious on who are some of the other people that did panels, and um like how many of them are podcasts versus they just want to do trivia or spelling bees, or
Trivia, spelling bees, arguing about comic books, always my favorite part about,
right.
the panels there. But
How many of them like are, oh, we do this because this is like our ninth year doing this panel, but like, oh, we don't do an actual podcast.
yeah,
So I like the idea that we merged those two um like experiences,
it
the
was
panel.
nice we had, like, some podcasting greats there
Yes.
at Fan Fusion, including Ming Chen,
Ming Chen,
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, Jay Muse, they did a big thing on Saturday. Um and then like the other cool thing is 2 podcasts came out of Fan Fusion.
Yep.
We had the Cine Amigos and Mr. C.
Honestly, they're the best people to have come out of that because they are such good podcasts. I love the Cine Amigos because they have such good chemistry with
Mhm,
each other, and you can really tell that they're, like, good friends, but they also have great takes on movies,
mhm,
and then Mr. C is, like, the best storyteller ever,
right?
and, like, jumping a little bit ahead to Tucson,
Yeah.
he tells great stories live as well.
Um, he's, on a very small hiatus. He got so what was funny is, like, the universe. So when we were in Tucson, we had talked about he has a very, um he has like a this word deadline that he likes to meet. It has to be out by 4 and whatever.
Yeah, on Sundays.
Uh, so he got behind because of the holidays and everything else. But
Which
he
is something that can happen with a podcast or any project, and I just wanna remind anyone who's listening that that's okay,
right?
and you could just get back on the horse. It's okay if you guys miss something.
Only
Being
only
inconsistent once doesn't ruin anything.
only Ben is the craziest person to make sure that we have 60 episodes.
Yeah, he's a real taskmaster
Um,
to himself too,
yes.
like, obviously.
Now, guess how many of the 60 episodes, how many of them are old man episodes?
I'm gonna guess, like, 10, not even 10. 4?
3. I did the birthday review because nobody wanted to talk to me on the end of the birthday day. The birthday episode, and
Oh, weren't we doing something on the birthday
we
day?
went out and played field day.
Yeah, we played field day games. So yeah, we were out there hot and sweaty all day. And he's like, "Hey, anybody want a podcast?" And we're all crashed out on the couch.
Um, and then I take Liam home. For whatever reason, I was stuck. I was by myself, so I recorded that, and then Chronicon. I did 2 Chronicon episodes by myself.
Yeah, we were
The
only there for the
right.
live.
So like, I think that's good. that there's no so, as of right now, no sad dad episodes for year
Yeah, we
for
don't need any Lexapro this year.
uh, so we did 6 panels total. We did the 2 at Fan Fusion and 4 at, uh, TuesCon.
Right?
Uh, 4 so the first 2 that we did, we created ourselves and workshopped it. Fantastic. Those were, I think, staples. If like, if we ever need to reach back into, um, uh,
Something that we did before in the bag, and we go, this is something that we have down packed.
right.
They worked so well.
Um, and then you and I worked really well together, and the slideshow worked really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kelly was so sick of us because
Yeah.
we were like, "What a great team we make." She's like, "Stop," just gassing each other up the entire time.
Right? Like, oh man. And then TuesCon was fun. We did 2 of those, and then 2 of them were not ours. That
Yeah,
we kind of,
I would say two were ours ish, and then like 2 were not ours ish,
I guess they came up with just ideas and names, and they just put people on them, which
which is fun.
had next year, knowing that, now I can go in with like, oh, we can kind of make it up. However, we can brainstorm like certain key points that we want to make sure we hit on.
Right.
Because I didn't want to prep too much because if it was Marty's, I'm like, who the hell, like, it's not my place to
Oh, yeah,
overstep
poor
Marty.
us with Marty. We're outside of that panel going, sorry, we crashed your panel, Marty. And he's like, wait, I thought this was your panel.
um,
That was good, though, to help us kind of get a crash course in dealing with one, panels that aren't completely yours.
mhm,
So you're dealing with people you don't know.
right,
And then 2, dealing with some like audience input that can be a little bit like, kind of veer you off course
right.
a bit.
And then we had the group panel of like, there was what, 7 of us up there.
That one was probably the most difficult panel because you just felt like you couldn't get a word in edgewise. We were way down at the end, and everybody over there was just like talking a lot about whatever we were talking about. Endings of
Endings and
books,
stories.
yeah.
Um, and it was weird. I'm glad we were in on it, but I'm like, we're not authors,
Yeah. I mean, like,
or let alone I read.
I was gonna say, I felt like I was okay to be there, but it was just so hard to jump in on anything because you didn't want to step over anybody's words or like run into any. We just had to be more assertive, I
Right.
think.
Um, I like that we didn't like back down or like stayed quiet. Like it's weird. Like part of it was there are peers, but not our like we like. I see us now as peers, whereas when I first got in, I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
We know some of them, and
We did,
yeah, we did know some of them, but like we hadn't interacted
yeah,
in a personal level with
right.
most of them. So that was a little bit harder. And then, yeah, it was just, I felt like I had like weird hot takes on book endings
Yeah,
because like my pick was completely different than everybody else's pick. Everybody was picking like fantasy books, and I was
right.
like, oh yeah, there's this realistic fiction about abused kids and the cycle of abuse, and it's just a great ending. Nothing gets resolved. And yeah, it's very unsatisfying because you don't actually know what happens, but it was great.
Uh, but it was nice because it fit with the category or the panel title. But yeah, like, I did email AJ. He had a con the beginning of December and then the holidays, so I have not heard from him yet. I would assume that he'll start reaching out again for next year for 26 Fan Fusion, um, in which I'll be like, yes, we'll do 2 more. Um, do we reuse one and make new one and 1 new one, or do we try to just make 2 brand new ones?
It's so hard because I feel like the ones that we had were such a good tag team.
Mhm.
So the
Yeah,
people who went to the first one were interested. We're like, hey, wait. By the way, we have one on Sunday and it's
right,
about
right,
podcasting on a budget. If you guys are interested in this, come hear us about that. And people did.
right.
We had a lot of repeats from Friday to Sunday. and they wanted to know more, and that was great to like expand on what we had already put down,
Right.
and we could get a little bit more in depth because people who were there already knew what we already had to say on the
Right. Because it
Friday.
wasn't just the tech aspect of it. You needed part one to be like, here's the ideas that you can have.
Right.
So that way, when they come for a budget, they're like, okay, cool. It, my random idea of doing something almost like works because we just have to hit record. I can do it being a part time teacher or I have to work a lot or two jobs. Like, I can do it. So now, how do I do it under a budget?
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people were impressed that there was always something where if it was like, "Oh, I can't do it because my friends we don't live in the same city," or, I have 2 jobs," or da da da. I was like, "Nah, we've got you."
Yeah, because Mr. C still brags about that. Like
Yeah.
he loves the fact that we never had an excuse why we couldn't do something. There
Well,
was always there's always some kind of solution.
I think that people also get kind of in love with what they see because you can watch YouTube a lot, and a lot of the podcasts have live recordings.
Mhm.
And you see everybody with the headphones on, and then this beautiful like room. If it's not a studio,
Mhm.
then it's like a nice quote unquote set. And
Right,
I'm like, we record at my kitchen table
right. Or
on the weekends. It doesn't have to be like, certainly you can get there if
Mhm.
you want to, but you don't have to start polished, and you're not gonna get polished unless you actually
right.
put something down.
The San Amigos went from the two cam to the single cam, and they just now sit 3Z on one camera now, which is nice. Is like they played with it, and that's the
Oh,
beauty
but
of
now
it.
there's no double angle.
Double on. Um, but it's I like I like Mr. C because he was like he hiccuped for a minute where he's like, I don't know if I still like this. Um, and I think when we had talked out in the courtyard, he was I think he's or in one of the panels, he was like, once he stopped looking at all the analytics, he was like, then he was able to kind of just focus on like what
Making
right,
stuff, which is the core of
right,
everything, is making stuff, because nobody thinks about Mr. Beast with his 7 views on his
yep,
first video. Obviously, now it has, like, a 20 million views because everybody wants to look back at
right,
it, but, like, back in the day, he was like, "Oh, great. My mom watched
right,
this." Did he say, like, "I'm crap and I should stop?" And I'm not saying that everybody's gonna become Mr. Beast or
right.
that everybody's gonna be, like, a commercial success, but the idea that you look at the analytics and you say, "Nobody's watching this, I should stop." It takes time for things to get, like, feet under them, legs under them, and
Well,
move.
and figure out what you like as a
Yeah.
content creator. And I like and like God, we've evolved a handful of times, like
Oh,
just
of
between the
course. If you go back to our first couple episodes, it's, like, a completely different animal than now,
I know.
and it was and that's another thing too. I remember being on my first episode and just being really
Mhm.
nervous and, like, worrying about what to say or, like, how to say it, and I feel like, you and Liam, like, not that you were nervous, but, you had, like, more of, like, a stiffer, like, more regimented way of
Yeah,
talking, and in order for us to get here where we're, like, naturally talking to each other, you had to have those episodes where you're like, what
right. I
get all your
needed
ums and ahs out.
like I had to be a little bit more strict and to kind of guide myself into like a routine that I can evolve into something that sounds a little bit more casual.
Right. But you have to start somewhere, and the awkward ones are, like, our favorite ones. When we go back and listen to, like, the
Mhm.
awkward episodes, we love that.
I started going back and re-listening to a couple old ones, um, and then some of the old Mind Pocket stuff. It's like they're like weirdly fun. Um, there's like what makes them fun is the chaos of like whatever I thought fell apart. Like that's the gold.
That's the thing is, like,
Like I couldn't recreate that if I tried.
it's never the thing that you plan to be out there that actually is memorable, it's actually the most fun thing.
Hmm.
It's never the games that you had planned, like, not that the games aren't fun, but it's always, like, me and Liam just going off the rip and you trying to herd us back to the games. That tends to be fun.
Or just like the one-off comment or joke or
Right.
one-liner is like, oh, it's beautiful. Um, and they just they I like how they come back just organically. It's like uh there's moment because like we had the conversation a couple of weeks ago that we didn't record that we were like, this would be amazing to record, and then we're like, maybe our humor is a little not good, but
Yeah.
but um
Yeah, you have to kinda get an eye and an ear for what may be interesting and innocent, but
right,
not sound interesting and
right.
innocent.
Because I for the most part, it would have been a solid. But what's interesting is,
And we did research. We were, like, sitting here, like, in our free time doing research on our phones.
and it's weird because I
The
think
lost episode.
that conversation only happens while you're playing the game.
Right.
If we try to do that without playing the game, it maybe goes somewhere similar, but I don't think the like the takeaways that I remember from that conversation are just fucking amazing. And it was only because we could relate it to the game that you were playing
Yeah.
and like
And the whole thing came up because of the game that we were
right.
playing.
Oh god, that was so much fun. Uh
And, like, that's the thing too is it's, like, some dumb thing that we thought of while we were playing, Ghost of Tsushima, by the way, guys. Great game. We were thinking while I was playing this game, and then, like, we were laughing, we were having such a good time.
and it goes from like nowhere. It was just like, like it was uh uh, the how did civilizations grow? And then we
Yeah.
found the answer to that. And then it was like, all
Like,
right,
why did some civilizations grow at different rates? And it was, like, something that if you were learning about it in school, you would have thought it was so freaking dry,
right,
and you would have been like, "Why does my teacher want me to learn this stupid BS?" But meanwhile, in our free time as adults, our
right.
very limited free time, we're just like, "Oh, yeah, let's look that up. Can you find more sources on that?"
Well, because I need to be able to make the joke about like the horses and like horses and wheat and like I needed that. And then it's like random because then it turns into this you're playing the game and you're like stealing everything. And I'm like, well, and then I love my favorite is the what ifs. Like, if you can go back in time and you just started just jacking up history, what would you do? And I'm like, I'm just
Right.
leaving pennies laying around. They were trying to figure out the butterfly effect and everything else. Uh, yeah, like it's interesting because those conversations happen a lot. Like, I can only imagine how many like random what if conversations you and Kelly have every once in a while,
Oh, yeah, we do nonstop talking, so there's
right?
a lot of situations that we run into and a lot of, like, analysis. Because like, you mentioned, like, a million times, you're like, "What would your podcast be about if you
Right,
had a podcast?" And I'm like, "Well, the only thing Kelly and I talk about constantly is literally everything and just, like, picking it apart, movies, books, ideas,
right.
Reddit posts, whatever it is."
And it's like and it's not something that you could schedule. It's like literally whatever you 2 saw on your lunch and that you
Yeah.
guys remember in the car, and you're like, "Let's talk about this," or you're like, "Hey, read this post real quick."
Yeah, I heard this on the radio this morning, can
Right,
you believe this? Like, and then we just go off on a tear for
right.
an hour.
But the idea that it's like and there's that freedom too of, like, it's not being recorded, so you can be a little bit more, like, honest and sound stupid or
Yeah,
make a bluer joke than normal.
I was gonna say, I think my biggest fear usually is, like, sounding stupid because sometimes you'll say something and then you're like, "Oh god,
Yeah.
the answer was staring me right in the face."
Uh, I just try to, like, uh I bite my tongue for all, like, the rando jokes that, like, I think are hilarious that I just know that probably, like, won't be received
The road
necessarily,
the road to being canceled.
right? Um, so those are always fun. Um, Sophie did 8 episodes. She has 8 episodes that are, labeled point .5. So she has 8 Whimsy Flower episodes, which is awesome.
Yeah, she's such a good storyteller.
She's so much fun. Um,
She tends to surprise me more than anybody because she is so weirdly insightful sometimes for a
mhm,
five-year-old. I know a lot of people say that about their kids and everybody's rolling their eyes, but I don't know, she's just will see things so logically sometimes, and I'm like, I didn't think you were capable of that."
right. or just, into the creativity aspect of it, and just she's like super creative with things, and then she'll, like, take it, like, one step further and be like, "Oh, that's just genius." Like we did the thing on last Monday where she knows that she has to kinda hide her face from the camera, so she, like, hides behind a blanket, and then she, like, leans into it. She's like, "I'm a bat now." I'm like, "Where?" I'm like I'm like, "I thought we were just hiding your face," and she's like, "No, no, this is a whole new thing. I'm a bat."
It's because she's, like, not tied down to the process
Yeah,
the way that everybody else is.
and part of me is just like, "Oh my gosh, she's derailing it," but I'm like, let her do her thing, man. Like, that's what I've learned, over 3 years is if I feel like it's derailing, just sit back and let it go. Like, it's gonna work itself out. It's, like, gonna be perfect.
Yeah, I think she kind of, like, does it knowingly too. Because a lot of times I'll be like, "Hey, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed," she's trying to sleep or whatever, and she'll be like, "Auntie, if you had 6 hands, what would you do with each hand?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is the question I was made for."
You're like, "No bedtime. Like, get up."
Meanwhile, Kelly comes down the hallway, like, 20 minutes later, and I'm like, "But if I had 4 feet, are the feet all facing forward, or are they the 2 fronts forward?" And Kelly's like, go to
That's
tell her to go to bed. What's
that's the
wrong with
best
you?"
question that's amazing.
I'm like, just she's like, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. She baited me. I'm sorry."
How do you not answer that question from a 5-year-old? Because you're like, "I'll give you my answer, but I wanna know where she's at."
Yeah, I'm like, Why do you know? You got like 4 extra arms lying about, and we're gonna stick with my body, or what's going
What's
on?"
the thought process that she's just like, "I need to know."
She has to know. But I also think that she knows that if she asks me something interesting,
Oh, she probably
I'm gonna
do.
sit there and just be like, "Oh, well, you know what, actually."
Oh, because she does have that little bit of hustler in her.
Yeah, she does. She does.
She's a little fucking
If she asks an interesting enough question, I will sit there and discuss it with her instead of her going to bed. Because she goes, "Auntie, I love you." I'll be like, "I love you. Go to bed.
right?
Go to bed now."
Oh, she's so yes. Yeah, because she does that with me when she's like, uh, "Can we go to the park?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "It's raining." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Can we stop and get a drink?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, I already got you a drink. We're on our way home." "Well, I want some water." I'm like, I've already got you a bottle of water." She's like, "I want cold water." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "This chick is trying to get me to pull over
Yep.
and get her a cup of ice," which she's never asked for before. It was just her way of being like, "I know that the gas station's coming up. I need to figure out any way to get him to stop."
We gotta go to the gas station. By the way, what's right next to the gas station?
The park.
The park.
Oh, she's so good. Um,
While we're here, Dad, we can enjoy these nice drinks in the
right?
park.
She's so good. Um, I've done another podcast with Lasagna and Hammer, movies that made us. So, of those, I'm gonna start releasing those first of the year. Um, very interesting podcasts. Some of the movies that we did were, let's see if I can pull them up real quick.
It's gonna be like Clerks.
Um, so the original idea was movies that we watched growing up. So ones that kind of like made an impact. So Clerks would be one, for example, because it's where I got into indie film. Um, but we did. So what's funny is they're online right now. I have a um, hidden page. Okay, it's CTW dash parking lot and hidden media, but spelled backwards. So it's little A-I-D-A big M space N-E-D-D-I big H.
Why? Just a quick question. Just actually only one question. Why?
I had this idea that I was gonna start parking lotting episodes before I mass release them. So technically, there's you can go and find our review about Blazing Saddles, Some Like It Hot, PCU, which was a movie from like '96 with Jeremy Piven in it. Um, My Neighbor Totoro, Sharknado, Dogma, Black Donnelly's Kids, Pool Hall Junkies, and then we're doing a 3 episode review of the series Heated Rivalry. So we can record them, I can put them out there, and then I can like give them a chance to listen to them without like it's a parking lot, so technically I can send them a link and they can watch it or listen to them, and then take any critiques and make any changes before I hard release them. So I'm gonna start hard releasing them first of the year, but um, there's 11 of those, and I think they're interesting. Um, we did a episode with Lasagna and Hammer, early on-ish.
So are those counting as this year's achievements or next year since they're going to be technically
They
posted
recorded
during next year?
25.
Yeah, but like in 2026, so you're going to be like, so in the first of the year, we released this
Yep.
movies that made us.
What's interesting is, yeah, I'm gonna get 2 bites out of that apple.
Just planning to be greedy is crazy.
Um, recorded and now released.
Yeah, but which one counts? If a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? If Whimsy is on the parking lot, does it make a
Uh,
sound?
they'll then I'll remove them off of the 25. I'll just say that there is a hidden website or a Spotify page that has them. It's an interesting take. So, um, Lasagna, um, foreigner, came over when she was a teen, got her citizenship when she was like 18-ish. She married Hammer, and uh, she's quasi-feminist, and then he's slightly older white guy. So when we watch some of these movies, it's kind of interesting to kind of see each other's take.
The different
Yeah.
perspectives.
Because like
So like some of these are contributions like by you that they are seeing for the first time, and then like some are by them that you're seeing for the first time.
like I never saw Some Like It Hot from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Really good movie.
So Lasagna, she watched that and she brought it in. I'm like, absolutely love it. And then I brought in Pool Hall Junkies. Um, and then kind of so we tried to rotate movies. We did Fried Green Tomatoes and I got in trouble for that one.
Oh yeah?
The one rule was we're not allowed to pick movies that will make her cry. And then
But those could be the movies that made you.
it was, but she doesn't necessarily want those ones. So her dad had passed away a little while ago. So for whatever reason, I picked Fried Green Tomatoes and then completely forgot that there's a very critical death
Yeah.
and like a zoom in on everything. So she absolutely hated everything about because I'm like, oh, it's good sad. And then
Yeah, it's good sad.
well, at the end,
Oh my god.
but then I was like, oh yeah. And then it was so funny because the second we started it, I was like, Hammer, I said, we fucked up. I said, that lady's gonna die in an hour and a half. And like barely like not even off screen, dude. It's like we're like in her
Just
thing.
there. Just there.
And I'm like, okay, it's a 40-year-old movie, but she her friend walks over to like talking to her and she's like telling the story and then and like
Oh my god, you just said 40-year-old movie and I was like, it's not that old. It's not like from the 60s. I was like, oh
oh
no, what have I done?
uh but we did get it. We created a rule that says because I completely forgot. Like I knew that there was it, but I didn't realize it was so like in your face.
Right.
It's like so much like
Because you're anesthetized to it because you've seen it so many times.
as a kid, and I don't have I haven't lost anybody in any way that it would impact me like it did her. Like holy crap! Like I got like that weird, like that sobbing like from her, and I was like, oh, I felt so bad. But we have a rule now that says if I forget and I know something is coming, I'm allowed to pause it. She's allowed to walk away.
Yeah, just get out and we'll just watch the rest for you.
But it's an interesting uh, idea. I'm curious what you you, Kelly, and everybody else will think of it because, like, we're doing heated rivalry right now. So the two gay hockey players in the relationship. Um, and I think we try to come out from a couple of different standpoints. It's like its social significance. Like, could this have worked now versus then, and how it impacted us. So I think it's like we try to get a little bit philosophical about it. So it's interesting. I like it. But those will be coming out. I've done Mind Pockets. So 41 to 90 I've done in 2025. 49, 48 episodes.
It's a lot of mind pockets.
It's amazing.
What's the number of mind pockets? Like
Uh,
actual mind pockets in the episode so far?
it's about, um, it's like 10.2 per episode. So of the 90, there's got to be 120-ish or so, um, which is so cool. I got some really cool plans for my Pockets 100. I'm gonna play them all with no commentary, just back to back, just one thought after another. Comes out to about 15 hours, just under.
Yeah,
I'm
15 hours
gonna play just 15 hours of just spend thoughts.
on a video
I'm gonna
or
live stream that bitch.
live stream.
Like, I'll hang out in the chats. I'll put my camera on there, but um, because as I'm trying to prepare and get ready for it, um, there's like the show itself is pretty entertaining. Like, you hear a couple of them every once in a
Yeah.
while. But like there's a geniusness to,
I was gonna say I probably listen to more mind pockets than any
yeah.
other Whimsy media
Um,
because it comes out like while I'm not at
yep.
work. It's
Uh,
not like, like nooners where I'm at
yeah.
work or or the episodes when they come out like on Mondays. So I'm just like they come out while I'm at work.
Right.
It's like mind pockets is just happening live.
Right. Like, Ben, you want my views anytime after 9 p.m.
Well, and then like Kelly's like always working out in her room and I can hear mind pockets, so I just turn it back on my side. So it's like a built-in
Right.
reminder.
Uh, but a couple of people, I'll play like Mind Pocket 79, and I'll just play the 10 Mind Pockets and no commentary and just play it through. You're like 6 minutes long. But there's something interesting when you listen to just the Mind Pockets because, like, my
So it's not going
tone,
to include any of
none of
the
the commentary,
explanation
none of
that you go, "Hey, by the way, I realize this is like a
right.
little bit out of pocket." Um but this is where I was coming
Yeah,
from with it. No,
right.
just
No explanation of why I think I was right about people moving my seat. It's just the Mind Pocket of people moving my seat.
dude, I'm gonna be spamming your chat.
It is the weirdest because, um some of them are like super happy and some of them are a little bit down, or some of them are just like questions. And
Sad dad mind pockets.
there's a handful of sad dads in like the 30s and stuff. But I don't know, I'm gonna try and play uh maybe like one episode somewhere, kind of get people, um like on a Monday, I'll pick like two Mind Pockets, like a 20 and a 48 or something, and just play those and be like, here's what you guys can expect from 100. Here's 12 minutes of Mind Pockets, and just play it, and then just be like, there, Mr. Beast, his takeoff was when he counted to 100,000,
Right, and this would actually be more interesting because who wants to hear
right?
somebody count to 100,000?
But then now I'm looking at advertising. I'm like, because if I'm going to run a 15-hour live stream and it's going to butt up right up to episode 100, I'm like, put someone's like Cinemigos gets a page for a couple of hours, or like one of those things where it's uh like you you rent an hour. So if there's 15, like, all right, 15 different people, time slots, and then like every hour, I'll put the main page of who's sponsoring that hour, and then their name stays on the side. So that way all 15 advertisers are there all the time, but the big one is like your whatever hours,
Yeah, but
I
is it
guess.
gonna be, sunshine and Christmas presents?
Dude, this
My favorite sponsors.
may- maybe I might throw a couple bucks in. Um, but yeah, that's the my pockets 100 is coming up, man. Like sometime in March. I'm excited. Um, there was one unreleased, unadvertised episode that was released earlier this year. Uh, just because,
Just for fun.
just for fun. Guess how many episodes you've been on of the 60?
Of the 60, I predict that I was on 25 of them.
25 episodes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Uh, 21 numbered episodes, but then you have the ToothCon and Fan Fusion, which you had the plus twos on each of those. 25 episodes. Congratulations. That's almost, it's like 30, hold on. It's like what, 35, 30, almost 40%?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? That because those are all like legit co-hosts. Those aren't even guests anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, sounds like, rookie numbers.
Um, not really. Okay, we'll put into some perspective a little bit. Guess how many guests we've had? And
Over 2025. So, see, this is where the timelines, like, with Whimsy, like, year 2 and year
mhm.
1 and, like, the actual real years always mess me up. Um,
So anything after episode 100 to current.
20 guests.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, I might be missing one or two. We had Vita Bybee, which was the author who had the cookbook.
Mhm.
Walt Flanagan.
Yes. No.
Courtney had an episode. Sophia had an episode before we converted hers into her own show. Mark did an unplugged. We did Lasagna Hammer. Suggested articles came on. Senate Amigos. Nikki, JJ, Brooke, my grandma, Vinny, and then Anat.
We haven't done Matthews yet,
Not
Mr.
yet.
C.
Not yet. Um, he's almost ready. I'm gonna get him right after first of the year. Um, so of those, you were only part of one of those. So like of the 25, you got 15 more that you weren't part of.
Right.
So now you're like 50% of non-guest
Of non-guest episodes.
um, it's a big achievement for you. Um, yeah.
I was gonna say, it feels like I'm here all the time, like
There's a couple episodes like all right, you did episodes 112, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then you didn't come back until 125, 26, 28, 29, 30, 33. So like there was a
a
bunch of
good
time. Yeah.
stretch where I was sitting with their well, it tends to be, like, around a
Yeah.
con or, some other the event that we're doing where we're always talking
Right.
about
Cause
the
we have
event
the
and
lead up to
yeah.
it and then the wrap up. So, um, yeah, it was a fun year. I absolutely loved 2025.
Yeah, I loved going to the cons. I feel like we need to do more cool family projects though, because Liam's
It's,
right. I missed the big record on Christmas and
I think because we had July, because we did the Mother's Day, then we did the award show.
the Mother's Day one was really fun.
It
I think that
was.
was one of those moments where you get to kind of look into like not only other mothers but like other
Yeah.
generations of mothers and see what they were doing and seeing that everybody basically has that same spirit
Yeah.
of like moms and loving their kids and wanting to help them through life even if they didn't have the same viewpoints or the same methodology.
Right.
there was still some kind of, like, twine that, like, ran through every single mother
Mhm.
there.
Uh, I would like to try and do like, I wish we recorded more of, like, the birthday party stuff or, like, had a microphone set up where I could have done some, like, little bit of interviews of, like, what like, everybody had 5 minutes, maybe, "What was your favorite game today?"
That would've been, a really good setup for, like, some of those TikTok
Yeah, yeah.
trends where it'd be like, "I'm JJ, I'm gonna land all 6 axes," and it's like, afterwards, like, "I'm JJ, and I landed 1 axe, and the other one went over the fence, and a
Right?
dog got it."
Um, yeah, like, it was such a good one. My mom was playing like, my mom was, like, wildly active, playing in the games, like, really got into it. So I think there was a missed opportunity to kinda, like, capture more of that. Um, we did comment that the Halloween episode could have been bigger and better, but at the same time, it was one of those things where with everything going on, like, I need somebody to, like, half support me with the idea of something to do. And then Liam's
Yeah.
like, "Whatever." Then he's like, "We really should have done something different." I'm like, "I well, thanks for telling me the day we're recording."
But what did you wanna do then?
Um,
You can't say you want something different if you can't
right.
make it better.
Um, I think, I definitely think we can definitely do another, um, big, like, family episode. 1 a year, I think wouldn't be horrible,
Yeah, some kinda, like, giant record where we're all having fun and playing games.
whether it be a birthday or Christmas. So, I will ensure that 2026 has another big family recording of some kind. Um,
And is the only way to get Kelly and your mom to
right,
record with us is if it's part of a group.
right. Oh, I talked to my grandma, we did my grandma video, like,
Yeah.
we did that, that was kinda fun. Like, I'm trying to do a little bit more video. Um, it's not that it's hard, it's definitely time consuming. Um, I wanted to do those movies that made us, and turn those into video, but I don't have any stock footage of those movies to like interlay.
Right.
So, um, I gotta get creative to find those, some of that B-roll stuff and
You just make it like, what is it? CinemaSins, Mystery Science
yeah.
Theater,
Yes.
where, like, they don't really ever show you're supposed to
Right.
provide the movie yourself and then use that as a commentary track.
Right? Uh, yeah. Yeah, we did we were throwing around a couple of different ideas for it. Um, yeah. Big family episode. Don't know what, where, but we'll do one. Um, Mother's Day, I think we'll do one with the kids. Liam, JJ, the twins, get Sophie in there. Um, in theory, could do Nikki and like, because she's a kid of them. Um, yeah, well,
Like, what is that? Like, thinking about, like, good memories of your mom, what you appreciate about your mom.
yeah, I think, uh, like, like, especially with JJ 11 and the Liam and the twins, to be like, hey man, when was the last time you actually say thank you to mom?
Right.
Right? And then, like, were, like, what are your favorite things growing
Well,
up?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Liam seems to appreciate his mom. When I talk to him about her, he's always like, "Oh, well, she always supports me," and stuff
Right.
like that. So, but here's my thing. I'm like, he does say that to me, but I'm wondering if he says that to her
Right.
specifically.
Um, but I don't know, I think we can come up with a couple of, fun ideas, so we'll figure it out. But yes, it has been noted that, um, I will start planning those things, months in advance. Worst case, I'll just an outline, just a general outline, so I can start, identifying, who we need so we can start scheduling dates. And then if there's a story or a game of some kind, I can start working through some of those. Um, I do like that sometimes our games kind of fall apart, and like half the fun is listening to us trying to figure out the rules.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well,
uh,
it's like we opened this card game out of the like foil 5 minutes ago. We were trying to figure out live how to play
right, and then try to make it entertaining,
it.
audioly. Uh,
That was half the battle, was like, for people who are listening at home, this is what's happening right
right?
now.
Uh, oh, we did have challenge episodes. Um,
Yeah, challenge episodes.
we had 3 of them, uh, A to Z, Halloween, and Christmas. Um,
Those are really fun.
I absolutely love the A to Z. Like, all right, from what you can remember, halfway through year 3, the full year of 25, top 2, 3 favorite episodes or moments.
Episodes or moments.
Your wrap up, your 2025 wrap up.
Um, Definitely fan fusion,
Okay.
because that was a really triumphant moment. Um, the Mother's Day episode, because it was very interesting to hear, and it was good to have Kelly on,
Mhm.
hear her thoughts about things, and your mom, who doesn't come on a lot
Mhm.
because she's shy like Kelly is, but that was really nice to have her involved. And I liked the challenge episodes and the games. Like, I thought
Yeah.
they were like super fun and a good way to get like a little engagement with the audience
Mhm.
because they can kind of play
Right.
along. The A to Z one was kind of like a secret challenge episode because like nobody knew where it was
Dude,
going.
I had so much fun. That was
And
like
at first I was like completely off guard and I'm like, is he smoking something? What is he coming up with this like 10 topics per second?
it was so weird. Like, you ever record an episode and realize like that's gonna be like an instant classic? Like that one's
Yeah.
gonna like top of the year, like best episode of the year, like
Yeah,
in the running.
I was literally so confused, and then I was like just trying to stay up top of it and try to figure out what was going on. Because you're like, yeah, you ever think about having a monkey as a pet? I was like, what the
So
no.
much fun.
No, I didn't think about that. You're right.
Um, I'll agree. Fan Fusion was definitely a highlight of the year. Um, that challenge episode I think was one of the funniest things I've ever. Just conceptually, it had everything. It had nothing going for itself. Like everything about it. If I would have told you a week in advance, like here's what I'm going to end up trying to do with Liam, you're gonna be like, no, it's going to fall apart.
Right.
It's like,
Well, and then like the leftover mystery at the end
yes,
was like such an engagement thing because I remember Kelly and I were sitting here thinking like, so what is it? So just tell us what it is, man.
oh God, it was so much fun. I think if I had to say for 2025, I think the idea that 2 podcasts started. I think I would have to give like a spot to Sin Amigos and Mr. C. Like that we made that much of an impact that they got going.
Yeah, I
Now
think
we got
that
Vinny coming next
that
year.
was one of the big things about 2025 though, was seeing other people
Mhm,
engage with us and connect with us and getting to connect back with them. Because like we ran into Matthew at Fan Fusion, then going again on Tuscon. We
mhm,
were just like, and he's back. Like it's not somebody who just bobbleheaded in the
right,
audience and said like, yeah, you're right, you're right. He actually went out and did it and made a great podcast.
right. Like I sent a bunch of emails out, and the fact that both of them were like, "Yeah, we're getting ready to start." I'm like, "Oh, that's so cool." Um, Anything on the personal side that happened this year?
Um, I mean, not really. Just a lot of
Sophie started kindergarten.
well, yes, personally, I thought you meant personally, like, did I achieve something?
Oh no, just like
No,
in your
yeah.
a non whimsy related uh Megan life
Yeah, Sophie
or
starting
life adjacent.
school really kind of changed up the game a lot more for Kelly than for me, but also seeing her kind of exposed to like different kids
Mhm.
and different ideas. She went to like daycare before, but now she's like learning things. It's always nice to hear that people think that she's like polite and
Yeah.
sweet and bright or whatever. I'm sure they say that to like every parent too, but I know that she does usually act pretty.
I
you
don't
know.
know. I'm pretty sure my mom got a bunch of things not like that for me to be like, "Oh, this guy needs to shut up. Like, this kid does not stop talking."
Really, because and nobody will believe this who knows me now. The most, like, common comment about me and Kelly was that we would never say anything, and we were so quiet that it was almost detrimental to us being in school and interacting with others. I also used to tell people, I'm like, "Yeah, I was used to be so shy and introverted," and people are like, "No, you weren't. No, you no, you freaking weren't."
Can't get you yeah, I could see where Kelly's a little bit not as talkative, but she loves to talk. Like, she's like
Yeah,
eh
she's talkative, but she's introverted, so she doesn't talk to people she doesn't know. For me, I just never shut the fuck
right.
up. Like,
What else happened this year? Liam broke his leg,
yeah, his
his
knee,
knee.
but got surgery and he's recovering now.
He went to, nationals.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, he had a good summer. Um, what else is happening? Um, shoot. I changed locations on the podcast.
Oh my god. Like,
There's
I built a desk is
there's
crazy.
there are 3 camera angles in a 15-minute interview I did with myself somewhere about changing desks. I don't even know if they're any good.
Oh my god.
They're
Yeah, what
snatched away.
where are my Ben again videos, bro?
Oh, I'm working on those.
I was promised so much on this and then I saw nothing.
I found uh, a new way in to each of the new videos. So, we have the Ben there video, and then we have the Ben on Ben interview. I think I printed off like 25 or 30 Ben puns, and then I'm just gonna find a good pun and write a 3-minute video for that, and then all of them are just gonna be Ben puns.
I like that.
So, um, I have thought about it. Um, I got a couple you saw a script for a couple of random ideas, but I think, definitely first of the year and I wanna 'cause Nikki loves them. Like, Nikki like, her favorite thing is a fucking bender. The best of all the things I've done, that's the one that she likes the most. So I'm like,
And that's
"Well,
the one that you haven't been doing lately. What do you have against your sister, Ben?
nothing, man." It's just like, I think part of it is with the new setup, it's not as the old setup made it easy to kinda keep the camera in one place, like, record, uh, 2 sides of the table, whereas the current setup is a little harder to try and create that second interaction. So, um, at which point I think I just fucking move back over to the table because it's still there. Even throw up a green screen and try to play with the green screen a little bit. But, yeah, those are definitely coming because I'm not doing as much video as I wanted to for year 3. So, at the checkpoint, says 6 months in, I'm not doing enough. So the next 6 months, I gotta do some more video.
It's fair.
Yeah. Anything that you wanna see in '26?
Anything that I wanna see
We're
in
pointing at the fences.
2026. Um, I don't know.
I wanna see 2 more podcasts start, at least. I would like
Like,
every
we're
2
recruiting 2 more people for
yeah.
podcasts.
I like the idea that every year we get 2 new people to start. Because by year 5, like, that's like 10 podcasts.
I mean, we had a couple people at Tuscon who seemed to be interested.
Mhm. And they're doing Carolyn, she's doing something.
Yeah, she's already
Yeah,
recording and is amazing. Carolyn's Candles, buy some.
yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see Vinny start his and then somewhere else one more. Um,
Crabman
yes.
Origins.
I think I'm gonna reach out to him again and find Skylar hasn't reached back out. Fine. We'll get back to them eventually. But um I think that no award show for year 3, so we'll do an award show for year 4. But then we need a cool anniversary show. I don't know what that looks like yet. That's 7 months from now.
You need to get a tux. We'll rent a recording space.
Dude, I'm gonna throw some money at this stuff, man. So like not a lot, but like I got our meme pins coming. I got 2 of them coming. Dude, they look so cool.
Oh my god.
I'm excited for those.
I'm excited.
Yeah, some more merch, the Patreon a little bit more. Um, I don't think yeah, I think a handful of more guests and just like 2 more episodes, like 2 more podcasts. That's all I'm looking for.
I do wanna see, like, some more interesting guests because we always have the best
Yeah.
guests. Always the person you weren't looking for.
Yeah. Vinny was fantastic. His episode was great.
Dude, pretty much everybody we met at Tucson was fantastic.
Brooke was fantastic. I loved hers. I think Brooke was one of my favorites. Vinny was fun. Who else was on that list? Um, yeah, I would have to say like Brooke and Vinny are 2 of my favorites for the year. I got a couple of other people lined up uh, who want to come in. So I do like the idea of getting new episodes. My mom enjoys them.
Yeah.
I know, a little something different. So I don't know. I think that's all I got. Got anything else?
Nope. Just maybe, realizing I should do more personal reflection because I have nothing to say about my personal life in an entire year, but
Um, I mean, yeah, like it's
er
interesting. It's weird to go like hard on the self reflect,
well, I mean, for me, and I've obviously you can relate, I feel like a lot of my life is just work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep.
right? And then it's like uh I'm slowly like obviously I'm not shy about most of it comes out on the Monday stuff and every once in a while some of the other episodes, but um yeah, I think the reflect on year 3 will be interesting to be like uh sure the growth that I think year 3 gave and hopefully I'll be able to articulate it slightly better, but
And it could be just the fact that, over a year, you kind of just forget everything that's happened.
right. And I think yes, and I think one of the things I was just thinking about was like I
It'd
don't
be
have
easier if
anything
I had some kind of like podcast that I could look
right,
back on in episodes.
but the idea that there everything is still status. I think as much as I like a routine, I think what I'm realizing is um, to adjust the routine to accommodate some chaos or something out of the ordinary. So like instead of every day being exactly the same, um, find a way to allow something new to come in. I think that's
Something
where
random and
kind of like the Sophie this week, like the idea of like of of being like open and flexible with hanging out with her more, doing more with her, and like in that aspect of being um like because this week has been the best like of like the last year like that's been the best week is less like the idea of like I can now like I've seen the other side. Like, oh, Ben likes his routine because it's nice, simple, and easy, and he knows how to predict it.
right.
But the other side of it was like, oh man, I could be hanging out with somebody. I could be doing other cool things and just accepting that a little bit more and
See,
just
I
being
feel
okay.
like the same way with like time off. So, not to make myself sound sad and pathetic, but I get quite a bit of time off of my job. 4 weeks.
Mhm.
Uh, for the past, I would say 7 years, I have, because you can sell your
Yep,
PTO at the end of the year.
yep,
But you can only sell 1 week, and then everything else out of that is trash.
right.
I have wasted 75% of my PTO, including sick time, every single year.
Um,
And then this year, we had so my dad surprised us with saying he was gonna come in February.
mhm.
So I took some time off and felt guilty for taking time off from work, which is crazy.
Now, oh, there's a
And
whole lot of no, so that's a whole other episode for, like, next week is, like,
yeah,
why do you feel guilty? Like, put a pin in it, but it's, like, the idea of, like, because I agree with you
yeah.
100%.
And then, and then we had, like, a funeral that we had to go to in July, and we decided to lengthen that so we can spend time with our
Mhm.
family that lives on the East Coast, because we don't obviously ever go there, but if you're there for a funeral, why
Right.
not? And again, I was like, I felt guilty.
Ye
And so now I'm like getting down to the last days of the year and I'm like, dude, I didn't have any time off to sell or to waste.
right.
And I was like, this is the other side. This is when people use their time off and I'm like, I think I might do it again next year. Like why was I all those years wasting time that I was owed and paid?
Kinda goes back to that question I asked you a little while ago, like, about work-life balance.
Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Right. I agree. The amount of PTO that I used to sell back or, um, like, this arbitrarily of this idea of, like, I work overnights and, like, I don't want to work by myself, so I won't make them work by themselves, so I won't take any time off. But then I'm like, well, that's completely arbitrary.
Yeah, it defeats the point. It's like,
Like,
you know that they take their time off and they don't go,
why is it
"Well, I
okay for
can't do
them
it."
to?
Yeah, I don't can't take time off because Ben.
Right.
So why are you saying for somebody else? I don't know. That's maybe my goal is to think less about work. And like obviously I also like to work all the time because I want
Mhm.
to make money, as do you. Um, but there's got to be a balance. There has to be a balance
Right.
because we spend too much time at work. You and
Right.
I both like work too much and it feels like it takes away from your family
Right.
time and your personal growth and like your time relaxing.
Like, I as much as I do on the podcast side, and I don't take time off, is like it's absolutely crazy. And it's like this idea of like, why shouldn't I like why couldn't I just take off like
Yeah.
1 day per month just to focus 8 hours on some random project? Um,
Well, I mean, I remember telling Kelly, I was like, well, it's not even like I've been spending that much time at work because I only made 50 hours last week. And I was like, yeah, I just only made 50
right.
hours. So
More
I'm
than
like, I barely had any time overtime. And she's like, 50 hours is 10 hours of overtime.
oh yeah, it's just a weird realization that of taking the time off and to be like, what did you do with the time off? Oh, we went to Chicago. We did TuesCon, hung out with the kids more,
Right. But even if
and
you
just
just stay and, grew as a person
right.
and relax for 5 minutes, it would still be, but it doesn't feel worth it. It doesn't feel like you should be doing something all the time.
Um,
Like,
Yeah, it's just weird. It's 100% agree. I think only in the last year and a half or 2, I really started taking more time off.
yeah. And well, because I became like a sicko. Like, I would leave for a doctor's appointment and then, like, have the doctor's appointment 35 minutes away from my job and then come back to work after the doctor's appointment and then work the rest of my
I don't think you
shift.
have to, man.
I would just be like, well, I might as well just go to
Right,
work. Which is that's
right,
sickness. That's a
right.
sickness.
Um, yeah, it's weird, 'cause it does feel a little bit weird. Like, I've taken the last 6 days off overnight.
Yeah.
And I years ago, it's like the idea of like when I used to wake up late for work, I used to get like mad and just like hate like everything about myself and just like the worst person in the world. And now I'm like, oh, it happens. And there's
Yeah.
this weird like it happens and I'm allowed. Like the interesting thing is like you're allowed to take that time off. That's why they give it to you.
Yeah, of course. It's part of your total compensation at your job, and if you're not using it,
Everybody else takes time off.
there's all that money they were gonna pay you to go on
Yeah.
vacation, they're keeping it. That's part of your total compensation. That's your money that
Mhm.
you're giving back to the company, and you're not even getting paid for it if you can't like cash out all of it at
Right.
once. It's just going away.
Yeah. The idea that you lose. any of that time is, like, crazy. Because like, my mom is notorious for it. It's like, she'll take time off here and there, but, like, when she's almost capped out or, like, when I'm almost capped out, it's like, I'm taking the next 2 weeks off, like, the next 2 weekends off just because, like, I need to burn some time to get more time because the
Right.
idea of just, like, losing it just bothers me. It's free
Yeah,
money.
it's complete BS. You're
Yeah.
just losing it. But for me, I always lost it.
Yeah. Good luck on that journey. We'll talk. I definitely think we should, maybe we'll get into it a little bit because I 100%, that was one of my biggest problems.
Work-life balance. I feel like a lot of people end up there.
I mean, I think a lot of it was started with the nostalgia tour and being like, oh yeah, why do all my relationships like just completely just burn out? Oh, because Ben's a loser. Oh, Ben can't put anybody else ahead of
Oh
himself, like for what some arbitrary reason of like, oh, work needs me, they don't need me.
they're like, "Dude, just take your time off. You're
Like,
fine."
yeah, ooh, it's nasty looking in at yourself, and you're like, oh, none of this makes sense.
Yeah, I think it is, like, a good way to hide not, like, lack of growth, but, like, lack of wanting to grow or change behind well, I would, but I'm at work all the
Yeah.
time. Oh, I would love to, like, better myself, but I'm just always at work.
Because I used
Like, work out more? I work all the time.
like I had this idea at one point where I'm like, place burns down without me, and then
Yeah.
like, dude, they're just fine. They don't need me. When I got fired from the bowling alley, I'm like, good luck. I'm like, this place will be boarded up and within the week.
Oh god.
No, they did just fine. They're like, Ben who? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, life kind of just goes on, and
Sucks.
that's almost, like, the worst part, though, because like, I remember talking to my boss, and he's, like, complaining all the time if I'm not there, because he's like, "Yeah, it's just like a madhouse," and I'm like, "Yeah, I think you think I'd, like, leverage a raise out of that." He's
Right.
like, "Not really, because if you quit, then it would suck, but we'd all just get through it eventually. Like, we just have to, like,
Right.
there's what are we gonna do, like, close the store?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess."
Life does go on. It's so weird. Uh, all right. Well, we'll have another conversation. Because this is interesting. Because I would be curious to see. Uh, like, I think I think there's something very therapeutic with the podcast, and hence the old man, the sad dad episodes. I don't necessarily want you to get all sad and start crying or anything, uh,
I'll try not to.
but yeah, uh, just a nice, like legit, similar to our walk conversation of just like a small reflect and just kind of like, oh man, that does suck. Um, and then we got year three coming up, the end of year three coming up, so we'll reflect a little bit there. I'm super excited for everything coming up for 26. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, I can't wait, especially with Sophie, because she just is
Dude,
a different kid every day.
dude, she's got puppets now. You got multiple puppets.
Well, I mean, she's just so, like, clever, she's got good jokes, like, she can craft a real joke now.
Um, yes. When she's inspiring me to do all kinds of weird stuff, like based off of things that she's doing or saying. Um, I like the idea that she gonna grow up and be like, "There's 6 books out there?" I'm like, "Yeah, all written by you." She's like, "When the hell did I write those?" I'm like, "In 2025."
Yeah, literally when you were 5.
Right? All right. Well, thank you for the wrap up of 2025. 2026 is gonna be amazing. I think
Oh, yeah, for sure.
we're gonna be good times. All right.
Whimsy.
Awesome. Thank